Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, Wendy O. And did you fall for the fake XRP Roblox news yesterday, or was it the day before? Plus a massive Bitcoin ETF approval upon us. I don't know if you guys did or not. I was gone. I know. And I see some of you amazing supporters in the chat. Shout out to Brian, to Mike, to good morning, Lil D, to Raider, to Kenny. And I love that D is like, he's learning the crypto lingo, and it's so funny to me. But anyways, Brian says, I watched Tammy's video before it went down. She was angry about how he talked about women, and she is married to one. Wait, who? Wait, what is saying? Mike is the guy who set ban off ran. I don't know what that means. What's going on, Brian? Is there a drama? I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, anyways, I'm back. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm not trying to get nobody's drama because I got my own drama, my lawsuits, all kinds of stuff going on over here. But we are back. We're live. And I apologize for being gone. I had to go do a thing with the squidgrow community. I think I could say that. Yeah. So I went to go do something with them. I got to meet a bunch of them, talk to them, really kind of get a better understanding as to what their goals and their long-term things are that they want to do. And I've got some good suggestions for them, but they're pretty cool. There's a very, very, very eclectic group of people, and they're very, very smart, and they definitely have some good intentions. So if you haven't joined their community, their Telegram chat, we've got the links down below. They're super fun. I love to pop in there, and there's one particular account I love to talk to, Mr. P, my favorite ever. But I learned a lot about the actual people, which is good because when you meet people in person, it's good. It does good things. Plus, we did a little video with Mr. Dogecoin. I always give him a hard time, but it was fun. It's good. And KYC is coming to DEXs, and it's important to have a lot of different DEXs available to you. Okay. And that's one of the things that squidgrows, they're working on over there and whatnot. But we got a lot to talk about today. I'm back. I shouldn't be gone again for a while. I know I'm going to be doing a karate combat event back in like at the end of or beginning of November. So I'll let y'all know, but I appreciate you guys for being loyal friends of mine. You know, I appreciate y'all. I have to be careful what I say today because I'm kind of irritated because people have been pressing me the last couple of days, and y'all know me. I don't like to be pressed. I don't like to be pressed and disrespected. But what I will say is that being indifferent about situations just makes your life so much easier. So that's what I've been working on, is being indifferent. And also too, just knowing that doesn't matter how long you've known people, they're going to end up stabbing you in the back, and that's totally okay. And when you do things, always do things selflessly. And even when you do things selflessly, other people's reactions or actions that they take, they still can hurt. And that's okay if you're still hurt, but it is what it is. But we got to talk about what's going on. And I feel so weird streaming. It's been a while. Also too, we have 128 beautiful people. We need 100 likes and 69 likes. Okay. But we got to get into it. Okay. Oh, Rand Banter got, that. Okay. I didn't know. George will be back. So what I'm going to say is if you guys all go on Twitter, if you look at George's post, what you can do is you can, retweet it, and that will help him. I don't want to see any content creators channel go down. There's only one type of content that I'm not okay with in a true decentralized economy. And y'all know what it is because we've talked about it before. There's only one type of content I'm not okay with, and it has to do with innocence, and it has to do with consent and that type of stuff. Other than that, I think people deserve to have the right to voice their opinion, even though there's a lot of idiots, even though there's a lot of emotionally unintelligent people. That's okay too, but it is what it is. But I do believe that people should have the choice to say what they want to say and give their opinions. But what we do on this show, and what I push you guys to do, I push you guys to continue to fact check me. When I present you guys information, I want y'all to hear what I say and listen to yourself. And I want to push you guys to continue to do critical thinking. We don't do investment advice here. We talk about lots of different projects, but I force you to join the Telegram communities or Discords and ask questions. Ask them questions, not me questions. And all that type of stuff. But you guys should always be fact checking. Anyways, it is pomegranate season. So I highly recommend, and this is financial advice because it's financial advice for your body. Or that's health advice. But if you can, go buy some pomegranates and eat some pomegranates. It's super good for your body. It's literally the gods. Food of the gods. It'll make you feel good. It's got good antioxidant. It's very, very healthy for you. So if you can do that, go do it. Sometimes they have it at the 99-cent only store. But let's go ahead and get into the first story because there's a lot of stuff going on. What I want to talk about first, I want to talk about the current crypto market cap. Okay. I don't know why IOTA is down 14%. I thought they had a game. I thought they just rocked a game. I don't know why, because GameFi is kind of hot, right? Well, yeah, we like GameFi over here. Hex is up 18.9%. I'm not exactly sure why, but shout out to the Hexicans. Again, I have like 5 Hex coins, and I think that was airdropped to me on some wallet. I don't even know where they are, though. XRD, 3.4% is up. Good for them, and they're doing some really, really cool stuff over there. Now, that being said, let's take a look at the current charts, okay? So this is the current chart over here. What happened on the charts? Well, we're going to go ahead. Oh, shout out to John. We love John over here. Make sure y'all smash a like. 166 of you here. We should have at least 169 likes. Y'all know how we do it. Also, too, the exchange I'm currently trading on is going to be Femex. With Femex, right now, they don't have KYC, and they are letting you mint. I believe they're still letting you mint the free Soul passes because they're doing a lot of Web3 stuff. So I think it's something you guys should definitely check out. However, it doesn't matter what exchange you use. If you use an exchange, and you do need to read the terms of service, and you need to understand if you leave crypto assets on an exchange, not your keys, not your coins. Okay. So that's very important that we get that out. Also, too, shout out to Market Cypher and Syscoin. We need at least 169 likes. There's 171 of you in here. But anyways, all right, let's see what's going on with Bitcoin, okay? So we had the swing wick high all the way up to $30,600, okay? Pretty close to 31,000. Why did we have the swing wick high? We had the swing wick high because the idiots over at Cointelegraph tweeted that out without any sources. They heard like a rumor, okay? And there was footage of the woman from, I think she's like one of the high ups of Cointelegraph, and she was basically excusing it, saying, if you don't hurry up and get information out, then you're last, and it's damaging, and this and that. But they actually did a lot of damage to the to the community. They did, and they also did a lot of damage to the crypto industry, because we're really trying to get these Bitcoin spot ETFs approved to come out. And the SEC put a tweet out. The SEC was like, well, the only place to get information from, like real information, is going to be the SEC, which y'all know the SEC, they're a bunch of dodos. They don't even know what the heck of crypto, they don't even know how to label cryptocurrencies as securities or not. So you do have to listen to them. You do have to follow within the laws of the stuff. But literally, my hair's like cuckoo today, maybe because it's filthy. But literally at the end of the day, it was just a bunch of BS. So that's why we have that scam with there was like almost $100 million, I think it went all the way up to, for liquidations. So my issue, you guys, like, this is a bullish structure here with the EMAs. This is a really nice structure. However, I don't know if we're ready to actually break and sustain above 28.7. I don't, because as you can see, yesterday we got a swing wick low all the way down to 28,000. So the bears were like, we want to push this down. Bull stepped in and said, F you, we're going to keep pushing this up. But we failed to break above 28.7, which was the key area. And again, today we had a swing wick high to 29,000, but we also had a swing wick low to 28.2. So again, it's problematic behavior here. So I'm just going to continue my ideology that we're going to and then eventually break up and sustain, and then start to tackle some other areas, all that type of stuff. So that's ultimately what I would like to, what I think is going to happen. But this is a really volatile time to trade. Like, MACD looks good. When we take a look at Market Cypher, it also, we're kind of flat here, just a lot of ping pong back and forth. But let's take a look at the 12-hour chart and see if we can see anything. 12-hour chart is showing a little bit of struggle here. However, the EMA 50 is getting ready to bull cross above the EMA 200, which is bullish. So it's kind of, what is that, a golden cross thingamabobber? So that's good, but it still takes a little bit of time for this price action to execute. And then over here, we tapped on 28.7, and then we're kind of dropping down, as you can see here, back to about 27.7. So with that being said, I'm just going to wait to see once we break above 28.7. Not really too interested in doing anything else. For those of you who want $1 cost average, you can use Femex, but you need to take that crypto right off immediately. For those of you who want to be dangerous and scalp over there, you can use my link. If not, that's cool too. But smash like, get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. But let's talk about this fake news story, okay? So this is from our buddies over at Grift. And it's a big story. So apparently a news story broke that Roblox, and my daughter just asked me to get her this. I don't know what the heck this is. I'm a boomer, I'm old, but I did get it for my daughter. Got it for my daughter so she could play. I don't know anything about this game, but I know all her friends are doing it, and people are asking her to do it. So I don't know what the deal is. So she's on it, she's playing it. I monitor her though. I let her play games and do things, but I'm like, every 10 minutes, like over her shoulder, I check her search history and all that type of stuff. I'm in her business. But she doesn't have social media. I'm not giving my kid social media. But anyways, big deal over here. Roblox debunks inaccurate XRP support claim, says crypto payments not allowed. So the big news is that crypto payments are supposed to be allowed on Roblox, but in fact, they're not. So let's go ahead and recap what happened. BitPay tweeted that XRP has been integrated into popular online game Roblox for in-game payments via BitPay and Xsola. Xsola would apparently be managing payments, with BitPay being in control of connecting crypto wallets. Latest, Roblox denied the rumor. BitPay deleted their tweet, and BitPay CMO told Decrypt that there was an error in the tweet and the info was inaccurate. Official U.S. payment options on Roblox include credit cards, debit cards, gift cards, PayPal, Venmo, Klarna, and more, not crypto. So there was a big sad thing that happened. So that was it. And then we've got some other, and shout out to Kate. I know Kate. There was some other, there's some other information regarding Ripple, a story we're going to cover, but there's a couple things I want to read here to you guys. That's a little bit funny. So Roblox is saying there's no crypto. They're not doing crypto payments, but in this article, they say PayPal and Venmo. And doesn't PayPal and Venmo, don't those have crypto there? Just because they have crypto there doesn't mean that a particular company has to accept it. But, you know, we're getting a little bit closer to adoption, a little bit closer there. Another thing that I want to say is Klarna. I think Klarna allows you to like borrow money. So y'all should not be borrowing money to play video games. Don't do that. We're in a recession. Inflation is high. Don't do that crap. Don't do that. But if you want to, that's your business. I wouldn't, though. I think that's a stupid investment. But I also own a lot of illiquid NFTs. All right, next story over here. Ripple is considering an IPO. New job listing sparks speculation. So apparently the folks over at Ripple, and remember Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse said that Ripple is not going to be hiring really in the United States anymore. What they're really going to be doing is they're going to be 80% of their workforce is overseas. And again, it's because of the uncertainty in crypto or with regulations, which actually kind of sucks because that would be nice to get some jobs over here because the United States, America, we love to just print that money and send it everywhere else while our people got homeless, people can't eat, all that kind of stuff. But you know, that's America. Now, that being said, let's cover this. So Ripple is hiring shareholders communications senior management, annual salary between $143,000 and $179,000. Job description says in this role, you'll be responsible for communications and relationship management strategy, execution for key groups of existing prospective investors, current shareholders, and financial analysts. Community is speculating about an incoming IPO because of this role. I think that Ripple is going to have an IPO regardless of this news. I thought that they were for quite some time because number one, XRP is not a security on the secondary market. Woo, shout out XRP community. But just because of the way Ripple moves, just really because of the way they move, I feel like they do things the way that they're supposed to do it, and that's what they're going to want to do. Plus, Ripple, I believe, is a lot more centralized. Well, XRP is a lot more central. Well, both of them are centralized, so I feel like this makes sense for them. I think it makes sense for them. I think it's a good idea. So I'm happy for them. I hope it happens. And shout out to whoever's going to get this job. Maybe you guys should apply for the job. You should. Why wouldn't you? That would be fun. Shout out to the Professional Nomad $4.99 super chat. We have 244 beautiful people, only 108 likes. I need at least 169. At least 169. Stop pumping your bags. Pumping what bags? Pumping what bags? I own probably I don't even own 6 figures worth of XRP. So how am I pumping my bags? And it's so funny, like the low IQ, you can tell who the low IQ people are, the people who are not going to make it, the people who are going to stay in poverty forever. Well, they're not probably in poverty. What happened is your mommy probably didn't give you a trophy. But comments like that are just so stupid because like if I'm invested in something, I tell y'all, my biggest moon bags are Matic and Gala. Biggest moon bags. I also have a moon bag of squidgrow that we're staking, and we're, doing the whole cool ecosystem thing where we're playing around with that. And when I talk about something I'm invested in, I tell y'all, but there's no way, like the funny thing is Ripple, let's go ahead and look at this because it's funny. Ripple's market cap is so high. I couldn't pump it if I wanted to. And that's a funny thing. Like I literally couldn't pump it if I wanted to. And a lot of you guys don't understand what market cap means. And it's so funny because like, if you don't understand what the market cap means, like I would need a whole F ton of capital. XRP is currently the 5th largest coin market cap. Their market cap is $28 billion or $26 billion. You know how hard, I don't even have the viewership to do this. I don't even know how you can pump it because it's so big. Like you would have to be like a massive whale. I'm not a whale. Math is hard, I know. I'll give you a trophy though. You can have a trophy. Those are nice. That'll make you happy, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, let's get back to this story. So we talked about Ripple, which is good. Shout out to them. But let's talk about stablecoins. This is a good story. This is a great story, especially for Bitcoiners. And I got Bitcoin too, but this is a good story. All right, this is important. And also too, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about, we're seeing a lot more laws they want people to pass laws, or we're working on passing laws for stablecoins, but not crypto regulation. And I'm not understanding why they're expediting that stablecoins instead of actual crypto regulation, but I know why, because of the CBDC. Hotep Jesus talks about this a lot. So he's on Rumble. Y'all want to go watch him, go follow him on Twitter. We are going to be doing a spaces today between 1 and 3 o'clock. we're going to be doing that. So we're going to be going hard today. We're going to be going hard. We're going to be getting that Grift on. Also, we're looking for sponsors for that. So y'all want to sponsor the podcast? Y'all want to sponsor the Hotep Jesus and WendyO podcast, a black and white podcast? We are with it. We will grift with you on this. Happy to grift with you. With that being said, let's go back and talk about it. This is cool though, okay? So Bitcoin Magazine, just in, stablecoins can now go live on Bitcoin with the mainnet launch of the Lightning Labs Taproot assets. I wonder what Udi thinks about it. I care about his opinion. All right. So what is Taproot? If you guys don't know what Taproot is, it is an upgrade to the Bitcoin network, and it's software that enhances the way Bitcoin transactions work. It's like giving Bitcoin a new improved operating system. Key components are multi-sig transactions, smart contracts, and privacy. Smart contracts, Ethereum, NFTs, layer ones, layer twos, layer your moms. So basically with the Taproot upgrade, you can build on top of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a boomer coin. Why is it a boomer coin? Because it's one of the older technologies. But again, what we love about Bitcoin is that it's secure. So we'll take the slower transactions and all of that type of stuff, okay? But now with Taproot, you can build on it. You can do the ordinals and all these different things. And again, Bitcoin is censorship resistant. You are allowed to do whatever it is that you want to do on Bitcoin. So I think this is fantastic. I love it. And we haven't seen too much about the BRC20 tokens in a while also. So there's that. But Taproot assets, let's read about that. A way of creating more complex and customized transactions on the network. Devs can turn Bitcoin into a multi-asset network while maintaining the basic ideals. So basically, with the Taproot, you can do lots of really cool things. So if you're somebody who's a builder, take a look at Bitcoin. Why wouldn't you want to build? Why wouldn't you want to build? Why wouldn't you want to build on the most secure network? Also, too, shout out to Syscoin. You could pretty much do that over here too. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to check the chat. I like to check in between mentions to you guys. And also TikTok, I haven't forgotten about you, but I just don't, I yell at you guys, so I get in trouble. John says 1 trillion for Bitcoin. I am undecided on holding XRP. This is from John Legend. That's a personal choice. So you got to make sure if it makes sense to you. Okay? Makes sense to you. Yeah, squidgrow moonbag. You should have, this is the thing, y'all. Moonbags are good. And another thing I like about the squidgrow community is that they do, like the team and stuff, they're like, take healthy profits, like, but be cool. And I'm with that. Gamer said, how long have I been preaching about Bitcoin ordinals here? LOL, the bit apes on Magic Eden Bitcoin. And we love Gamer. He's our calls guy. He does lots of really great calls. And if you research some of the calls he makes, you probably make some money. You will. 276 of you. I should have at least 276 likes. So smash a like, get it up for me. Okay. Gamer, we're going to talk about Reddit Moon Token. Okay. Oh, MetaMask OX. Okay. I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you for saying that. But I just like to be very clear on that because, I don't want to pump anything. I really, really don't. There's no incentive for me to pump anything. Even my own bags, it's not, because then it goes against ethics and all that other stuff, and it's just not something I'm interested in. There's other ways for me to do things. All right, so this is Lightning Labs announcing the first mainnet release of Taproot assets, a protocol for assets on Bitcoin and Lightning. Developers can issue financial assets on chain in a scalable manner. We love it. Now over here, next story, Larry Fink. Okay, this is from yesterday, 2 days ago. The rally is about fighting to quality. All right, let's talk about this a-hole over here. And shout out to Scott. We like Scott. Scott's a cool dude. I had him on the show a long time ago. All right, I'm going to go ahead and listen to this with you because I didn't get a chance to hear it because I was indisposed. So let's see. I didn't have any wine this week either. But I had the kids too. I don't drink with the kids. Just because. I know lots of moms do and dads do. I don't though. All right.
This rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. This rally is way beyond.
All right. So I'm going to be real straight up with y'all right now. Real straight up. Okay. I am going to grift with traditional finance. And I got into what Dan held a little bit yesterday. Me and Dan, we grew up completely different. And when you don't grow up in a similar environment as other people, you're generally going to have a difference of opinions. And that's okay. That's good because you need people. You need diversity. Okay, when I say diversity, I'm just talking about different upbringings, okay? Where we grew up, different states, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. Blackrock, Larry Fink, he can go F himself. He doesn't care about you. He cares about his bottom line. He cares about pumping his bags and grifting, okay? So Blackrock spot, Bitcoin spot ETF, all these ETFs, these are actually, they're predatory. Okay, they're predatory because what they're doing is they're basically traditional financial entities, predatory third parties that are doing the same thing that they have always done. They're coming over to our industry and they're buying your bags. And they're making it so easy for you to invest in Bitcoin that they're removing the option and the opportunity for you to practice self-sovereignty and self-custody because you're going to be too lazy to do it because mommy and daddy are going to be doing it for you, okay? Yeah? Uncle Sam, he's going to be doing it for you. Uncle Sam, big government. So that's my problem with it, okay? So it's a good and a bad thing. It's a positive thing, but it's also a negative thing. Me personally, I think it directly goes against the ethos of Bitcoin. But at the same time, I'm going to grift with them. I'm going to make as much money as possible. And I can't wait to dump on BlackRock when Bitcoin hits $1 million. If Bitcoin hits $1 million, I'm going to dump so hard on BlackRock. But again, Larry Fink is a grifter. He does not like you. He thinks you're poor. He thinks you're stupid. He doesn't like anything about you, okay? These TradFi people, they don't. They don't. They look at you as with these big green eyes. And they're like, money, 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 money. That's what they look at us. But again, we're going to grift. We're going to grift as ethically as possible because that's what we do here. But anyways, with that being said, this is what happened, okay? So he called for a crypto rally, fight to quality, not rumors, okay? And the reason why he's saying this is because they profit off the W word. They profit off of strife. They profit off of unhealthy people. BlackRock owns every single, like BlackRock and Vanguard and Jane and all these other crap. They have a little bit of ownership of almost every single company in America, okay? Every single company in America. And if you don't believe me, go watch Cancel Clothing Co's videos on TikTok. And he's on Twitter too. Go watch them. Okay, go watch them because he breaks down these companies that have ownership, how these companies have BlackRock as a shareholder. If you're a shareholder, you essentially own part of the company. Okay, like BlackRock and Vanguard, they both own a little bit into Microsoft, or excuse me, not Microsoft, MicroStrategy. So these companies, they're profiting off of us. When we're sick, they profit because they're hedged so well. That's what it is. They're hedged. They're God tier hedged. So they're profiting off of you. That's what it is. So understand it's a game. Survival of the fittest, but a little bit differently. And you grift. You just grift along, but don't trust these people. Go ahead and buy BlackRock ETF, Bitcoin ETF when it opens up, when it gets approved, because it will. Go ahead and buy it. But if you're going to do it, talk to your tax person and see how that benefits you financially. Yeah, do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grift so hard with these a-holes. But again, it is what it is. What are your thoughts on Quant? I don't have any Quant. Why did George get shut down? I don't know, but what we can do to help George, you guys, if he put out a tweet, go to his Twitter right now. You can go to George's Twitter and you can interact with the post and you can share it and you can tag YouTube. We want to get George back because we don't support the crypto YouTubers. We support each other the best that we can. So if you want to support George, go to his Twitter account, find that tweet and share it. Because the more you share it and the more you interact with it, YouTube is going to see it. So if you want George's channel back, go do that. I don't know where the tweet is. If somebody wants to pull it and put it in the chat for me, I'm happy to share with you guys because we want to have as many differing opinions on crypto assets as we possibly can because that's more beneficial for you guys because that's how y'all are going to be able to learn better, okay? Crypto YouTubers, we don't compete with each other. We don't. At least I don't. I don't watch anybody else's content. I don't even watch my content, but we support each other. We do. Okay, so go do that. Y'all want to help George? Go do that. 297 concurrent viewers. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts. Pew Pew says, Wendy, what do you think about the better Bitcoin Pro, less spot ETF, or Microsoft? I don't think of anything right there. Oh, I'm not fighting in the fight. I'm not fighting in the fight. Why am I not fighting in the fight? Because I said if they want me to fight, first off, I learned to fight to protect myself. Okay, I learned to fight to protect myself. All the fights that I've been in have been because I've been under duress or just protecting myself. Okay, I have no interest in fighting. I fight to live. I use boxing as a form of mental health to help me, but I don't want to fight nobody. I have no interest in it. There's no interest for me at all. Also, too, people don't understand how hard it is to train, and boxing is a lot different than MMA. or doing the karate combat stuff. Completely different. Like people want to pit me and Meg against each other because they're both girls. Stupid, because men pit women. Women are always at odds with each other all the time. But I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. Not an interest to me. Also, too, the amount of time I'd have to train, it's expensive. I would have to diet, which I don't like to diet. I don't want to diet, and it's just going to take too much time. And honestly, if I was going to fight, I would need at least $2 million, because there's a charity I would like to donate to, the Self-Care Lab, and I also would need to buy my sister a house plus pay the taxes for both of them. I already said $2 million. They said no. And I don't really want to fight. I don't want to hurt somebody because I'm mean. I'm mean. Real mean. But anyways, I'm not going to be fighting. Let's support George. All right. Make sure to like, smash the like, do all that business. Okay. Let's get into the next story. Next story. We have 300 of you, but only 183 likes. Smash a like. Oh, he's still on YouTube? I don't know what's going on. All I know is I bet money on you, Wendy. Aw, thank you. I don't know. I just know that I hope George's channel comes back and he's okay. All right, let's shout out to Woo Blockchain. What's going on here? Fidelity, the world's largest fund company, has submitted an updated version of Bitcoin Spot ETF prospectus to the SEC, including details of custody arrangements, valuation, pricing sources, gap compliance, risk disclosures around regulatory uncertainty, mining, energies, consumption, and properties. You know how ridiculous this is? Y'all know how ridiculous this is? All this stuff, okay? So basically, they just really kind of specified how it's going to safeguard customers' Bitcoin and custody accounts and disclose risks related to current regulatory environment around crypto. They also acknowledge the energy-intensive nature of mining. You guys, the narrative with Bitcoin mining being bad for the environment, does it leave a carbon footprint? Yes. Is it bad as they say it is? No. No, it's not. So basically, they just want to know that your crypto is safe. So what happens is when you do an ETF, there has to be somebody to custody. It's probably going to be Coinbase, even though Coinbase is getting nailed by the SEC, because Gary Gensler is probably not getting nailed at home. So he's trying to go like nail other people. He probably is like kinky like that. He's probably like kinky like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't kink shame. As long as consent is allowed. No kink shame. But for the most part, but it's the same as like everybody else. Like everybody else has custody providers, so that's fine. So just effing approve it. If Coinbase, like if you trust Coinbase to liquidate the holdings that you take from people that have done bad stuff, then you should trust them to custody a spot Bitcoin ETF. Not us, the public servants. Or maybe the public servants do it themselves. They don't even know how to do it. They're all boomers. Boomers are not bad though. I like older men. All right, Wendy, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. All right. From Mr. James, more proof that potential spot Bitcoin ETF issuers are in communication with the SEC regarding changes, amendments required for SEC to consider approving. Positive signs, in my opinion. Good. Congratulations. We already talked about that. Now we got to go to this one. Just in, $1.5 trillion Invesco partners with Galaxy Digital on spot Bitcoin ETF. Shout out to Mike Novogratz. We love us a little bit of Mike. Says spot Bitcoin ETF approval expected by the end of this year. I'm going to go against Mike. I'm going to go against him. Why? I think we're going to get it early 2024, quarter one or quarter two. And if I'm wrong, smash a like. But if I'm wrong, that's fine. I just want to be a little bit conservative here. Either way, you should be preparing for this, and however you need to prepare for it. Okay? Prepare for it. All right. Now, this story. This is a clip from Mr. Daddy himself. Okay. Let's go ahead and watch this. This is here's a short clip of Kaylee from Bloomberg, asking Gensler about GBTC and other spot Bitcoin ETFs. Mostly non-answers in my opinion, but he does talk about the disclosure review team. Cool for him. Let's see if we can get any value here.
Was the SEC acting to appeal a court ruling from August in the Grayscale case? Grayscale, of course, trying to convert GBTC into a spot ETF. I know you can't comment on ongoing litigation, but should we still be considering that ongoing litigation given that lack of appeal at this point? And if not, what happens next?
Wait, didn't you just say that you knew I wasn't going to comment on the litigation? But let me just say...
But is it still ongoing since you didn't appeal?
We didn't appeal last Friday. I think that's accurate.
So you could still in the future in another form.
But what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering for what's called exchange-traded products, for Bitcoin to be in a security. So the Bitcoin would be held, and then there'd be something called an exchange-traded product, and that would trade on various stock exchanges. And those filings are in front of us. I can't prejudge any one of them, but there's 8 or 10 that we're looking at.
Well, there is a large number, and there is kind of a narrative in this market, and I wonder if you could, that someone's going to get to go first. Is that likely to happen, or is it likely to be a group approval? If you're going to have one, a bunch of products could be approved at the same time.
Again, I'm not going to prejudge. The staff's doing work on those.
He actually said a lot. I'll give it to him. He actually said more than what he normally does here. He basically said we're looking at a bunch of stuff and we're reviewing it. So he actually answered better here than he did anywhere else. So that's fine. I'm not going to play anymore. But again, they're basically what he's saying is that we've got these on our desk and we're reviewing them and we're looking at them. And it does sound, and because of what we just talked about, that they're making modifications to their applications and stuff, that means that they are in talks with the SEC. So I feel like with these particular products, the SEC does have to move on it, and they are going to actually have to eventually approve it because these companies are doing everything in their power to do the right thing. Okay, everything in their power to do the right thing. Now, that being said, pump my bags, daddy, pump my bags. I still don't think we're going to see Bitcoin break another all-time high until after halving. Okay. That's what I think. Anyways, check the chat. See if you guys are behaving. 310 of you, 209 likes. I need 269. 269. I appreciate it. Women, no, I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to fight anybody. It sucks. I don't want, you guys, I've been around a lot of the V word my entire life. I don't want to. I just want peace. I'm tired of fighting. It hurts. My body and my soul is tired. Like my insides are tired. Like I feel don't want to. No fighting. I don't want to fight no more. I was arguing with Lo all weekend. We're having some behavioral issues. I just want peace. I just want peace, and I just want to be treated decent. And I feel like that's so hard to ask for people I have to deal with every single day. Now, let's talk about this. Woo! Shout out to Scott, my buddy Scott. What did he say over here? Okay. Gary Gensler is standing in the way of a spot Bitcoin ETF from Cathie Wood. Mixing, next time I need some notes here. Wood believes that the agency staff are knowledgeable about Bitcoin and its merits. She expressed confusion over why Gary Gensler approved a Bitcoin futures ETF and not a spot Bitcoin ETF when the latter has less counterparty risk. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. But, why does the SEC say that, why does the SEC do what they do? They just do. Is what it is. So to me, don't really care about Cathie Wood. Good for her. All right, so this is her, Cathie Wood over here. The SEC's decision to ask questions regarding spot Bitcoin and ETF applications marks a change in its approval. This is the thing, though, you guys. The reason why the spot ETFs are taking longer is because you're custodying Bitcoin. That's why. Okay, with the futures ETFs, I believe they're settled in cash, so that's why. There's two completely different components. Yes, I understand futures are more risky, way more risky. However, the SEC can't figure out how companies need to custody Bitcoin properly because they're morons. Okay. And they don't want to say yes on something and have to go back and change it or get in trouble with court. The SEC has so many different lawsuits open against many good actors in crypto that they don't want to lose. They don't want to look stupid. So with that being said, the reason why we haven't seen approval of Bitcoin spot ETF is a custody issue, because you actually have to physically custody Bitcoin as opposed to and settle in Bitcoin as instead of cash, from what I've been told. I could be wrong, but just saying. Is George back? Can somebody check for me if George is back? Somebody in the chat. All right. This post right here, I'm going to be very cautious. I can't say what it is. But let's do it. So they say that crypto supports illicit activities. Okay? Supports illicit activities. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'll let the a-holes on the internet grift and say terrible things about everybody and all sides, okay? I'm going to let them grift. But I'm going to tell you right now, as a mother and as a woman, I know my role as a woman, okay? My role as a woman is to be a good caregiver to my child, to maintain a household, to have my man's back, and to also support men. Be supportive of men. Not allow for bad behavior. I'll call out bad behavior, but be supportive. And as that being said, I want people to talk like grown adults and figure things out. And I want people to leave the women and kids alone. That's what I want. Okay. So that's my stance on that. People can get mad at me all they want. Don't care. I love all the babies. Love all the babies. Love them. I don't care what type of baby. Love the babies. Love the kids. They're the best ever. Why are they the best ever? Because they're so sweet. Have you ever just seen, like, been hanging out with like a niece or nephew or a cousin or one of your best friend's kids, and they just walk up to you and they give you a big hug? The best ever. So that's where I stand on all this stuff. Now, that being said, $2,000 were found to be sent to the bad guys. The bad guys. And the reason why I say this is because even knows what the truth is, okay? So only $2,000. And how much, and I made a post about this. I'm going to show you all the post, okay? So $2,000 was found as an illicit transaction, okay? $2,000. But my question here was, does anybody know what 2,000 divided into endless money printing equals to? Oh, let's not forget that you can't track fiat, but you can track Bitcoin and other crypto assets, okay? That's what's happening. And this is why I'm very agitated with a lot of the narrative that we need to KYC for crypto, for all of it. Just pay your taxes, okay? Show them you're good citizens, pay your taxes. Their taxes are a scam, but pay them. But the amount of bad things that happens with fiat, JP Morgan and JE, all that type of stuff, the amount of bad stuff that happens with banks, that's where I get pissed off, okay? You can do it. And of course, like we operate in a true decentralized economy. I can't stop somebody from doing something bad. I can say you're an a-hole, I don't like it, but you can't stop somebody. But the moral of the story is the banks and the Fed and all the money printing and all the terrible things our public servants are doing, and they have been doing for years, you can't track it. With crypto, you can. Mic drop. And that's my problem. That's my beef. We are 254 likes. I need 269. 269. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, his YouTube. Well, George is not back. Okay. Well, go. Hold up. Gamer says, I have the Napa Wine Valley up here where I live. Windy wine always makes everything better. Let's go, Gamer. Let's go. Okay, let's go. So that's what I want to say about crypto and fiat. Whoops, I opened the wrong thing. Right. Shout out to Hotep Jesus, my co-host, my partner in crime of the Black and White The Black and White podcast. What did she say? All right. This is only the first W chest delivery. There are more to come. U.S. aid to you has been reached. $75 billion. In comparison, this amount is small. But if U is a benchmark, I'm sure this will totally signify rise. Tactic, use W to inflation us into CBDC. Let's talk about it. The more money you print, the higher inflation goes. When you have and this is economics 101. They teach this to you everywhere in college, community college. When you have more supply of something, it generally decreases the value because everybody has access to it. That's why Bitcoin's so special. So let's inflate. Okay. Right now, what we're seeing in our home country, and again, what I love about America, it's a beautiful melting pot of all different cultures and people. People immigrated here for all different reasons. But we got some serious problems, okay? Serious problems. The fact that I'm trying to help my sister get a condo, like a little condo, like just a little condo for her and her son. And I can't help her because the interest rates, even if I threw down a little bit of money, even with the interest rates are so high, you can't get anything for under $3,000 to rent or for mortgage payment. It's ridiculous. And people say, well, go move out of state. So tear my sister and her 2-year-old away from the only family, my mom and me, that we have. That's not going to happen. So my problem is we have these issues in America. Americans are struggling with lots of different things, with literally shelter and food. Those are really the two essentials you need to survive, is shelter and food. We're having a hard time with that. Okay. That's a hard time. But Hotep's right. He's right. Comment your thoughts below on this. I would love to hear it. Gamer. Yeah, he knows. If you guys want to help George, go find the tweet, pull it up and interact with it. And if you put it in the chat, I am more than happy to retweet it and shout it out and to do all those things. Okay. Next. Americans now need to make $114,000 a year to afford median price home at an all-time high. That's not even, no, you need at least more than that. Okay. Okay. What is going on with CoinDesk? This is policy. What's happening? CoinDesk is janky. Digital Euro project moves to preparation phase. This move is not a declaration to issue a central bank digital currency, the European Central Bank said Wednesday. That doesn't make any sense. Let's talk about it. Okay. Okay. All right. There's some other things I can announce, you guys. I can't say that. Okay. So European Central Bank Digital Euro project will move to preparation phase next month, but they're saying here in the title, they are saying that the move is not a decision to issue a central bank digital currency. It is. They're lying to you. It's going to last 2 years. The move is not a decision. Okay. The decision is to issue will only be considered by the governing council once the EU legislation process has been completed. The prep phase includes finalizing digital euro rulebooks, select providers to develop a CBDC platform and conduct further testing. ECB said the digital euro would be widely accessible to citizens and businesses through distribution by supervised intermediaries such as banks. It is. They lied to you. And that's exactly what it is. Apparently with FTX, what's going on? FTX promised $100 million to maker of SBF's favorite games, League of Legends. It was a sponsorship deal, big sponsorship deal. Okay, we don't care. Claw it back, whatever. On League of Legends from Mr. Sam. Yeah, who cares about that? All right, this is from BitMEX Research. These guys are good. We're actually going to add them to our list. I want to add them to my list. I got my list. All right, we'll do that. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is going to be important. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. During his testimony this week, former FTX engineer Mr. Sin told the court that SBF had planned a potential deal with Telegram. SBF was seeking fundings from proposed deal with Telegram to net them a large quantity of ton. He met with a larger FTX group, explaining his plan for them to develop payment processing service for Telegram. As payment, FTX would get $100 million in ton. Also, too, FTX former lobbyist Elora Katz's testimony. She described the contrast between SBF's public comments about FTX safeguards and the secret reality that led to the collapse. She didn't say much on the stand, but she seemed to mainly be there to contrast FTX's public statements on crypto investor protection and how it actually handled customers' funds. She denied putting together any materials published by FTX. She said she believed that everything SBF told the public about investor protection was true. Yeah, we all did. A lot of people are getting pissed off at influencers for various different things. And they're saying that we knew things and we did this and all in yourmom.com and all this stuff. No, mostly like literally probably one. Owie, I got a cramp on my leg. And my hip. But basically most people didn't know what was going on. Maybe 1% of the people knew. Literally maybe 1% of the people knew. Why did they know? Because they're smarter. I don't know. They just knew. I had no idea. And I know that no one else knew. Like nobody knew what was going on with the Voyager and Celsius and all that other stuff either. So people that say that they knew, very, 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 very few and far between. I would believe 1% of the people that say they knew. Now, with that being said, let's talk about this story. So we talked about it yesterday. Uniswap is going to be introducing KYC. They're working on it. They have been working on it. And it looks like Uniswap fees went live 5 hours ago and they made $8,000. Meanwhile, they lost $200 million in market cap over last 24 hours. And it's this tweet right here from Mr. Hayden. I work in crypto because of the immense positive impact I believe it can have on the world, removing gatekeepers and increasing access to value and ownership. I'm proud of the way Uniswap Labs has contributed that effort to make sure we're creating sustainable. But basically what happened here, we talked about it a little bit, okay? But Uniswap's going to get an upgrade soon, and they open code suggestions to the community and the code for KYC and whitelisting features. People can propose these things. So people are pissed with Uniswap. They don't want to use it anymore. And I don't blame them. So what am I going to do? I use Uniswap. I actually like their interface a lot, but I'm going to be using other DEXs. I know squidgrow's got one and they're working on some other stuff, or they're working on those DEXs, those types of things. So I'm going to be looking at a lot of smaller DEXs just to do my swapping and those types of things if I can, if that has assets that I can use there and they're pretty safe. I'm pretty sure Apex from Bybit People are using that too, but I'm not going to be using, I mean, I'll still use Uniswap until they implement KYC. And people are saying, well, Wendy, are you not paying your taxes? Is that why you don't want to do the KYC thing? I just don't want a bunch of crypto nerds to have my freaking information. I don't want them to have my information because it doesn't do me any good. I don't want them to have my information. But I pay all my crypto taxes. That's my CPA, Scott. I talked to him this morning. I have to talk to him before I do anything. But with that being said, I can understand why people don't want to use it anymore. They're pissed. We have 284 concurrent viewers. Let's get 369. We have 408 votes at the top. Did you buy XRP on the fake Roblox news? Napa wine is cheap box wine. Haha. Give me some wine. I know I'm not going to be drinking till this weekend though, because I have child free this weekend and just a glass or two with a nice dinner that I cook at home. I haven't been going out to eat. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. All right. Now with that being said, no thanks. Sweet hits all-time low. Foundation addresses unfounded token manipulation claims. What's going on with Sweet token? The native token, the dump comes amid reporting that Sweet Foundation allegedly manipulated supply. They denied the claims and described them as unfounded material. They said there has never been any sale of Sweet tokens by Foundation after initial community access program distributions. I don't know enough about it. Kraken founder Jesse Powell advised Reddit to offer a redemption path for those impacted by his decision to discontinue blockchain-based community points as subreddit tokens such as Moon and Brick nosedive following the decisions. Jesus Christ. Jesus. All right. So basically, Reddit, they had their NFTs, they had all their stuff. They are shuttering its blockchain-based community points. They said that the resourcing needed was just too high to justify. Regulatory environment has since added to that. And the native token is down 85% on the news. Donut, that represents community points on ETH Trader, is down 60%. And Powell argued that Reddit should offer a redemption path for owners of discontinued points. Okay. So what's going on here? Again, the key here is the lack of regulatory environment. So the SEC is actually hurting investors. SEC is hurting investors. It is. They are. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Is what it is. Okay. I'm going to do a story about this later. We'll do that as a second video. Anyways, you guys, I'm not going to say it. Taxes are a scam and the Fed. SEC is a scam, but pay your crypto taxes and follow the law. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I got to get going. I got to do a couple things. And anyway, sending y'all love and light. I will be back tomorrow streaming at 10 a.m. PST. And I am going to post a second video for y'all. Make sure to watch that. Anyways, you guys, sending you love and light. I'll be on Spaces 1 to 3 with Hotep Jesus. Bye-bye. Bye, babies.